Philip is voted the class valedictorian and has a talk to you to share this.
I'll keep this short. Okay, good afternoon, Director Maynard, distinguished guests, faculty, family, friends, and most importantly, fellow graduates. When you look at the quality of student work that's on display in the galleries outside, it goes without saying that I'm proud to be part of this graduating class, and I'd like to thank you for choosing me as your valedictorian. I look forward to hearing about each of you as you take your skills and ideas out into the world. I think it is important to realize that as graduates of the College of Craft and Design, we now join the ranks of some exclusive company who have moved on to have brilliant, successful careers, and nothing less is expected from all of us. I would also like to say congratulations to the graduates of the Foundation Visual Arts program. I speak from experience when I say that your next couple of years here are going to be both challenging and rewarding. Take your time and enjoy it because these years will pass very quickly. At this time, I think we should take a moment and thank all of the parents in the room for encouraging their children to pursue an education in the visual arts and give them a round of applause for their financial and emotional support. On behalf of the graduating class of 2010, I'd like to take the opportunity to recognize the instructors of the college who have made our last 3 years here so memorable, enjoyable, tough, and miserable. As you guys are bringing the school to life every day with your energy, your passion, and ideas, not only have you taught us the skills we need to survive as we move into our careers, but also how to survive in the real world. We have learned from you that good judgment comes from experience, and that experience comes from bad judgment. You've been our inspiration since day one, so thank you. I would also like to highlight Michael Maynard again for all the positive changes that he's bringing to the college, especially acquiring a new building to expand our campus downtown. At the rate he is going, I predict that in 2 years, this building here will be the new entrepreneurship lecture hall. Can you imagine Denise Richard with this much room to move around on stage? Okay, so all year we've been teased by watching all the new construction going on at the school, being told it was going to be completed just in time for us to graduate. We've seen new printers, new computers, new faculty members running around, but to take advantage of all these things you have to be a new student, which we are not. We are the old students from the old program, from the old director. We are the end of an era. Just think. We are the last students who had to walk all the way to Smythe Street in the freezing cold weather for history class. We're the last group to have the privilege of using the community mailbox on the 3rd floor. I miss that old burgundy mailbox. In fact, life has been so hard without it that Louise Naveau has decided to retire. And on that note, I would like to thank Louise for her great sense of humor and for her ability to make everyone feel at home right from day one. Here we are on graduation day. It's actually been so long since we finished classes, I can't even remember all of your names. I must say that the part of graduation that I've been looking forward to the most is seeing Nevin Brewer for the first time with a Boston Red Sox hat and shirt. But I'd be willing to bet he's got Red Sox underwear on underneath that gown. Arriving here for classes 3 years ago, I was looking forward to playing on the varsity hockey team. But much to my chagrin, the hockey program was about as organized as a Jackson Pollock painting. But that didn't stop us. It was no time at all. We had all planned a ball hockey challenge, pitting the graphic studio against the photography studio. Even with the lopsided refereeing of Mitch Kavanaugh, the graphics team managed to pull off the victory with the stellar goaltending performance of Andrew Bostwick and the offensive prowess of Dale McBride. Word of our game spread quickly, and it was not long before we had celebrities coming all the way from Silicon Valley to take part in our ball hockey challenges. So, with no sports program to take our focus, we all had more time to spend in the drawing studio. I remember every day we'd come in, set up our easels all around the room, and the instructor would always have an arrangement of objects set up in the middle of the room for us to draw. Objects that could only be found in the creepy closets at the back of the studio. I don't know where they got that stuff. This went on for several weeks until one day we entered the classroom and there's nothing set up in the middle for us to draw. So this could only mean one thing: nude model. We all knew it was coming, but obviously some people weren't ready for it. The model walked into the room and the robe comes off and you can see everyone laughing and giggling and blushing and looking at each other. Eventually everybody settles down and gets focused and puts their charcoal to the newsprint to begin their drawings. Everyone is comfortable and relaxed, everyone except for the guy standing beside me. Greg Kennedy. I look over at him, he's hiding behind his easel, bursting at the seams, trying to hold back all his laughter and comments. After a little while, I got him calmed down and focused on his drawing. Everything was going good. Then I looked over my shoulders. He was on the other side. It was Mark Retired. Well, we won't bother going there. Since this graduation is the culmination of what we've learned in the last 3 years, I think it is only fitting to make mention of somebody who's been there the whole time. Someone who cheered us up when we were sad, entertained us when we were bored, and settled our arguments when we disagreed. And that could be none other than our good friend YouTube. Who knew that Arnold Schwarzenegger had so many insightful and inspirational quotes that would help us through our work-filled days? Thanks, Dave. This is where I first heard that age-old tale of Jerome the Crack Fox eating a cucumber sandwich while punting down the lazy rivers of Cambridgetown. It is also where we huddled around our computers and watched as the great lyrics of Benny Lava dance across our screens. There's actually a dance that goes with that, but I couldn't convince anybody to come up and do that. Well, I realize the only thing keeping us in here is me getting off this podium, so I'll leave you with this. Remember, if things don't work out in your career, you can always come back to the New Brunswick College of Craft Design. The drawing studio is always looking for new models.